morning. Today we are going to learn about the rational numbers and their decimal expansion in lesson number 1. Already we have completed Euclid's division lemma, LCM, HCF, etc. Today we are going to start what are the things you have to do with the decimal expansion of the denominator, with the denominator of the rational number. We'll start. Some conditions are already given. Now first one, it's already we studied in 9th standard. A rational number can be expressed in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. Second thing, the decimal expansion of a rational number is either terminating or non-terminating repeating. Decimal expansion of a rational number. Here we are going to find out the decimal expansion of a rational number. So either it will be terminating means stops, or non-terminating repeating. It is non-terminating means it will repeat. So decimal expansion of a rational number. A decimal expansion of a rational number, either it stops, means when it's divided it will be stops, or it will be non-terminating repeating it will be. Next one, a rational number. This is the main part for the 10th standard. A rational number whose decimal expansion terminates can be expressed in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are co-primes. Co-primes means what? The number which have only the factors as a number itself and 1. Suppose 3 is a co-prime because factor of 3 is 3 and 1. So P and Q are co-primes, and the prime factorization of Q is written in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. Q means what? Denominator. Denominator should be in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. When it is prime factorized, that means it is compulsory that you have to prime factorize the denominator and should be in the form of 2 raised to something m means, and here it is given m and n are positive integers, means there should be 1, 2, 3 etc. 2 raised to m. M means it will be any positive integer. 5 raised to n. N means any positive integer. So 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n should be. It should be in the form. Q should be in the form of prime factorization. You have to get the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n of the denominator. Then we can say that it will be terminate. Rational number will be terminating. Next one, let P by Q is a rational number where Q has prime factor not in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. Then there is decimal expansion of P by Q is non-terminating repeating. It will not terminate, it will be non-terminating repeating. So these are the things you have to remember, and then steps I will write. Only one step is there. The step is cancel the numerator and denominator when the common number is there. We'll write the step now. So cancel the common factor between the numerator and corresponding denominator. Then find the denominator whether it is in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. Now we will do the problem now. So this is the question they will give without actually performing the long division. We should not do the division. Without doing the division, you have to find out whether the rational numbers will have a terminating decimal expansion or a non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. Whether it is terminating decimal expansion or a non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. Without, you should not divide. Clear? So first question we will do now. It is 15 by 1600. 15 by 1600 is the question. Now what you have to do, step you have to remember first. What I told you, you have to cancel whether there is common factor or not. Here 15 is there. Here 1600. When ends with 5 means it is divided by. It is a common for 5 for both of them. 15 is there, and here it is 0 comes means it will be divisible by 5. So just cancel with 5. So 15 by 1600 can be cancelled. Here it is 3. Here it is divided by 5 means it is 5 3s are, or just you want to find out means 1600 divided by 5. Okay. This they did not ask you to divide this one. You can divide by whether it is common or not, you can find out. So it is 3 and then 3 5s are 50. 10 is there. 10 means it will be 2 will be there and here it is 20. Okay. So it will be 3 by 320 it will be. Again can you cancel? No, it will not be divisible by 5. 5 is a prime number and here 320 0 comes in, so it will not be divisible. So 3 by 320 is there. What is the next step then? Find out whether Q is in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. So you have to find out what is 3 by 320. 320 means, what is the common for them? It is 2 0 is there, 2 we can take. It is 160. Prime factorize it will be, you have to prime factorize 80, then again 2, 40, then again 2, 20, again 2, 10, here it will be 2 and here it is 5. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is 2 raised to 6 into 5. Just look, 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. It is in the form of 2 raised to x into 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. So what we can say then? If it is the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n means we can say that it terminates. So you have to write that. So it will be, so you have to write here the denominator, here the denominator is of the form two raised to m into 5 raised to n, hence 15 by 1600 will have terminating decimal expansion. Terminating decimal expansion. Second question. 35 by 40. Just find out any number is common or any common factors there. Yes, 5 is a common factor for both of them. So it is 35 by 40 can be written as equals 35 by 40. We will just cancel it. 7 5s are 35, 8 5s are 30. You will get the answer 7 by 8. Again, what you have to do? You have to find out whether it is terminating or non-terminating. If it is terminating means you have to form that the denominator as 2 raised to m into 5 raised to m. That you have to find out. So this can be written as 7 by 8 is, when you take 2, 4 2s are 8, 2, 2. It is 2 raised to 3. Now look, it is 2 raised to m is there. So what you have to do is make it as 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. So it is 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 0. So it will be, now look, why I put here 5 raised to 0? Because a raised to 0 equals 1. A raised to 0 is equal to 1. So only 2 raised to 3 is there. We want to take 2 raised to 3 means here into 1 is there actually. Into 1 is there. Here also into 1 is there. That we have to understand. So for that 1, what we can write, it is needed here as 5 raised to something. So we write it as 5 raised to 0 instead of this one. So it will be 7 by 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 0. This will be enough for, and then for the answer also. So we can write it as, here the denominator is of the form, or denominator is 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 0, which is in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. Hence, 35 by 40 will have terminating decimal expansion. So this is the thing you have to do. That find out the cancellation. After the cancellation, if it is only 2 raised to 3 is there, make it as 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 0, because here into 1 is there. Suppose here 5 something you have got, 5 raised to something. There is no 2. So what you have to do? You have to write the 5 raised to, if suppose it is 5 raised to 8 means 5 raised to 8 into 2 raised to 0. So we will do one example also. C 13 by 3125. 13 and 3125, 3125. So here we cannot cancel. Common factor is not there. So it is 13 divided by 3125 can be written as 13 by 3125. 3125 3125 divided by 5. 6 5s are 30. Then 12 is there, means 5 2s are 10. Again 25 is there, 2 is there, so 25. 5 5s are 25. Again we will find out 5. 1 5 is 5. 12 2s are 10. 25 means 5. Again 5 is there, then 25. It will be again 5 5. 1 2 3 4 5. It is 5 raised to 5. Then it will be, now look, it is only 5 raised to n is there. 2 raised to m is not there. So what you have to do? Here into 1 is there. Here also into 1 is there. So here only we need to adjust in the denominator. So this can be written as 13 by 5 raised to 5 into 2 raised to 0. 1 can be written as 2 raised to 0 because a raised to 0 equals 1. So we can do like that, and then we have to write here the denominator is in the form of, or denominator is 5 raised to 5 into 2 raised to 4, 0, and which is in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. Hence 13 by 3125 is, or will have terminating decimal expansion. So if only 2 raised to something is there, means you have to multiply it 5 raised to 0. If 5 raised to something is there, then you have to multiply it 2 raised to 0. So next problem now. So 695 square root. So here it is. There is no 2 raised to m. So what we can write there? We can write, since, or here denominator 5 square into 13 is not in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. Hence 619 divided by 325 will have a non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. So this is the way you have to write. The reason, what is the reason? Here actually it should become only as 2 raised to into 5 raised to, nothing else should become. No other number should come in between. Or with the no number should come. Only 2 and 5 should be here. If it is 5 only is also no problem. We can write it as into 2 raised to 0. If only 2 raised to something is there means also we can write it 2 raised to m into 5 raised to 0 we can write. That means if with these 2 raised to m into 5 raised to any other number comes means we can say that it is non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. So next one more problem I will show you. Then we will move to the other section. Okay, question number 3. 441 divided by 2 raised to 3 into 5 square into 7 square. Now it's what you will do? It is 7 square is it is what you can say? It is non-terminating repeat. No. What you have to do first, whether you can find out whether it is cancelled or not. So 441, just split this 441. 441 means here 1 comes. And just find out whether it is 3 into 7 is there. So we'll take it out 7. So it will be 63 you will get. 6 7s are 42. 21 you will get. 63 you will get. 63 is not a prime number. So again you have to take again 7, 9 7s are. Don't write here 9 because here we come so take only prime numbers. So here 9 is there. So here 3 3s are. So it will be 441 divided by 2 raised to 3 into 5 square into 7 square can be written as 7 square into 3 square divided by 2 raised to 3 into 5 square into 7 square. Now can you cancel anything? Here 7 square and 7 square cancelled. So here it will be 9 by 2 raised to 3 into 5 square. Now look. It is in the form of 2 raised to n into m into 5 raised to n. Or when you find out the questions, we will think that it will be non-terminating repeating. No. Because whether just look to the numerator whether we can cancel or not, then we have to find out. So you have to write the balance. What you have to write? Here, the denominator is in the form of 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 2. It is in the 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. So it is terminating decimal expansion. That you have to write too. Now next section we will find out if it is terminating means how will you find out the value with this laws of exponents. So in this section you have to find out the decimal expansion of those rational numbers which have terminating. So here we have to, and one more thing you have to remember, you should not do any long division. Without long division you have to make this fraction or the rational number into decimal expansion. Always remember that when a number is there, suppose 25. 25 you have to make a decimal expansion. Suppose 100 is there, you will get 0.25. Right? So 376 divided by 10,000. How will you divide? You will get the decimal as 1, 2, 3, 4. Here only 3 is there. So after the here 4 zeros are there. So 4 numbers should be there, 4 digits should be there after the decimal point. These are all decimal numbers we got. When we got here this 100, 10,000, 1,000, 10 etc. comes means we will take it fastly. So we will arrange it like that. Now 35 by 40 you got. 35 by 40 can be written as 7 by 8 we got. We got it as 7 by 8. And here we got it as 7 by 2 raised to 3 you got. Now look. Next section you have to do is, here make the here highest x, only one exponent is there, 3 is there. And it is 5 raised to 0 we are telling. But remember that 2 raised to 3 is there. So make it as 7 by 2 raised to 3 into 5 with the same exponent. So 5 raised to 3. What are things we are doing in the denominator? Same thing you have to do it in the numerator. It is a rule. So it is into 5 raised to 3. So what we did here is 2 raised to 3 is there. So here also we write it as 5 raised to 3. So this can be written as 7 into 5 raised to 3 is 5 into 5, 25, 25 into 5, 125. 125 divided by 2 raised to 3 into 5. Same common exponent is there. So bring it in the bracket and write it as all raised to 3. Now look, it will be 7 into 125. So it is 125 into 7. $875 divided by 2 raised to 5. 2 into 5 is 10. 10 raised to 3. What is 10 raised to 3? It is 10 into 10 into 10. It is 1000. So 875 by 1000. Now can you write it as decimal? Yes. 875 divided by 1000 here. 3 zeros are there. 3 digits are there. So 0.875. 3 digits and 3 zeros means after the decimal point there should be 3 digits. So it will be 0.875. So you have to just, I'll explain once again. Make it cut short. That already we did. We had just got the answer 2 raised to 3. There we write it as 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. So we write it as into 5 raised to 0. Here they ask you to find out the decimal expansion. There they ask you to write in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. Here they want the decimal expansion. Decimal we want means you should be in the 10 raised to something you have to get for the decimal. So what you have to do is, here which exponent is there, take it as the other one in the same exponent. So 5 raised to 3 and take it in that bracket, inside the bracket, and whatever things here denominator you are multiplying, same thing you have to do it in the numerator also. Into 5 raised to 3 we did, here also into 5 raised to 3. Then 5 raised to 3 is 125, 7 into 125, 875, 875 divided by 1000, you will get the answer 0.6. If you have just want to check means you can find out what is 35 by 40 divided by, just to divide. Actually, no need to check because here if it is correct means your answer will be correct. Only first time you are doing means just you want to check means just check it. You will get the answer 0.875 for 35 by 40. So they will ask you means for the further studies what you can do. No need to find out this one in the long division. Just make it as 2 raised to and 5 raised to. 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. You will get the answer. No need to worry. So for the easy calculation, you can do this method. So next question we will do now. Second question. 13 by 3125. This also we already did. So it is, you will get the answer 13 by 3125 is equal to 13 by 5 raised to 5 you got. What is the next step for finding the decimal expansion? Here 5 raised to 5 is there. So what you should do? Into 2 raised to 5 you have to find out. So it will be 13 by 5 raised to 5 into 2 raised to 5. Then what you have to do now? Into here denominator we have multiplied with same thing you have to do it in the numerator also 2 raised to 5. So it will be 13 into what is 2 raised to 5? 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 into 2 is 4. 4 into 4, 16. 16 into 2 is 32. Divided by 5 raised to 5 into 2 raised to 5 can be written as same exponent. So in the bracket you have to write and the common should be there. So here it will be 13 into 32. You will get the answer 416 divided by 10 raised to 5. 10 raised to 5 means you have to make it as 5 zeros. That means 10 into 10 into 10 into 10 into 10. So it will be 460 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means here 3 digits only there. So after the decimal point we want 5 digits because 5 zeros are there. So 0.00416 should be your answer. So once again I tell you here only 5 raised to 5 is there. So for the decimal expansion they did not ask you to find out whether they are in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. If they ask you to check whether it is in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n means here you can write 2 raised to 0 is there. It will be terminate. They will ask you to find out whether it is terminating or non-terminating. Repeating means terminates means here comes means into 2 raised to 0 you will write. Here it is, you want to find out the decimal. Then what you have to do? The exponent, same exponent you have to write with this 2. So just it will be, take it in the bracket and write the common exponent outside. Then 10 raised to 5 means it will be, you have to divide it, you will get the answer like this. One more question we will do. So this question also we did. So we make it out like this. 441 divided by 2 raised to 3 into 5 square into 7 square can be written as 7 square into 3 square divided by 2 raised to 3 into 5 square into 7 square. And 7 square and 7 square we cancel. You will get the answer 9 by 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 2. Now look, here also they are in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. But the thing is that they don't have the same exponent. If you want to find out in the decimal form, is you have to make them into the decimal, into the same exponent. So here it is 3 is the highest one. So 5 also make it as the exponent as 3. Highest is 3. So make it as, how will you do? Here already 2 is there. 2 plus 1 it will be 3. So it will be into 5. So here in the next step we will write it in better. So it will be 9 divided by 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 2. Make it as the highest exponent is 3. So into 5. Now look, here you multiply it into 5 means here also it should be with 5. Now it will be 45 divided by 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 3. Now you got the same exponent. So it will be 45 divided by 2 into 5 all raised to 3. And it can be written as 45 divided by 2 into 5 is 10. 10 raised to 3. What is 10 raised to 3? It is 10 into 10 into 10. You will get the answer 45 by 1000 and it will be 0. Here 3 zeros are there. So after the decimal point 3 digits should be there. Only 2 digits are there. So put there 1 0. And then 0.045 is the answer. No need to write this, that last 10 raised to 3 means till now 45 by 10 raised to 3 you got the answer. If in your mind you got the answer, it's okay, write it correctly. Okay, these are things you have to remember. So thing is that here this 2 raised to 3 into 5 square is the, find out the highest exponent. Whether it is 5 raised to, suppose here it is 5 raised to 7 is there and 2 raised to 5 is there and 5 raised to 8 is there. What you are going to do? So make this 2 raised to 5 into 2 raised to 8. How will you do? It is 2 raised to 3 into 2 raised to 5 into 5 raised to 8. Suppose here is 9 or 19 is there means 19 into what things you multiplied extra you added. It is 2 raised to 3. Same thing you have to do it on the numerator also. If anything is wrong means full it will be wrong. So be careful about it. Okay. So we completed the decimal expansion of the rational numbers. Hope all the things you understood. So I'll give the homework. Homework is exercise number 1.4, 1 full and 2 full. Thank you very much.